Now batting for the Yankees, number 2, Derek Jeter.
Hey all, I'm Anthony Paiero. You already know I got the latest Yankees news you want to hear. Get it all from the best inside source. We cover everything on the field and off. You don't want to miss a base. Only one way to keep up. Check out Paiero's Power Play on Wednesdays at 2, only on
WICR.
Good God Almighty.
Hello everyone, this is Paiero's Power Play. It's Wednesday, it's 2 o'clock. You know what we're here to do. We've got the latest Yankees news for you, and we're excited to bring you a new episode of Paiero's Power Play. Once again, I am your host, Anthony Paiero, and sitting with me today is a familiar guest, Michael. Say hello to everyone.
Hi.
We're here. Shout out to Mike's mom. She's probably watching. Maybe
no,
not.
Not today.
Not today. Happens. So what do I have to you? Brett Gardner makes his spring debut in left field today. What do you think? Because you know he had that horrible injury to end the season last year, and they were skeptical on how soon he would return to the team.
Forgot about that.
Coming back slowly but surely.
What are you hearing from that?
He's returning from a bone bruise. And let me pull up the full article here.
Is he expected to play a full game, or are they going to take him out?
Well, they got him batting second behind Ellsbury. And my guess is that he's not going to play the whole game.
Yeah.
Just because you don't want to keep him there full time just because he's fresh off this injury. Maybe just getting back into the groove of things. Sure, he's been working out with the team for a couple weeks now.
I mean, I feel like
but you don't want to keep him there the whole time.
Most teams that start starters in spring training take him out.
Yeah.
Or by the 5th, at
You
least.
don't want to run that risk with pitchers or with batters. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, most pitchers are only pitching 2-3 innings.
Yeah. And they
sometimes even less.
They need Brett Gardner in the lineup long term, just because of the depth. That there's not that much depth in the outfield for the Yankees right now.
Mm-hmm.
Besides Carlos Beltran, Ellsbury, Gardner, who I assume would be the three guys to get the start out there. They just signed a couple guys to AAA deals, minor league deals. But I think Brett Gardner is the go-to guy, especially after these talks of him getting traded away. The fans love him, and I think it's good that he's in the lineup. They're trying to keep him healthy. Hopefully he has a better season than last year with the Yankees this year. I'm going to try to pull up his stats in a second from last season.
So you'd rather have Gardner than Ellsbury?
If I could have Gardner and Ellsbury both play in the outfield, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah,
I'd like him to play left field, keep Ellsbury in center, and put Beltran in right.
Of course. Well, Beltran's getting a little tired.
Yeah, but
I think you guys noticed that.
and they'll sit him some days. Let me look up Gardner's stats from last season. You know,
he was a 300 hitter, right?
Barely. I want to say. Let's see, 2015 batting average 264.
Oh, never mind.
He didn't even make it because again that injury hurt him a lot. But he had 20 stolen bases last year. That's just pretty there for him. He like peaked at like 49 one year.
Okay. What's his on-base percentage?
On-base percentage for last season was 259. Slugging percentage was 399. So you know he's hanging in some rough territory last season.
Yeah.
Only had about 66 RBI on the year with 16 homers.
You got
a home run hitter.
You gotta ask a little more from him this season.
Yeah, he had 3 triples.
He's gotta
if we
step
get
up.
5 triples this year from him, that'd be nice. But yeah, I expect good things to come from him, and the Yankees, they know what they're doing. They know how to figure things out. Joe Girardi's done a great job this season, playing the young guys, giving everyone an opportunity and a chance to make the 40-man roster.
Girardi's a good manager. I think a lot of people give him
That's a lot of grief.
a lot of grief is a good way to put it. For honestly, not a very good reason.
Yeah.
He made a couple questionable decisions last year during the one playoff game, but
Right.
other than that, he's been a great manager for you guys.
He's been a great manager, and I think that the team itself has a great shot of walking away with the East Division. The Yankees can win the AL East, I think.
Yes, 100%.
And that's depending on how well Boston wants to play this year.
Best case scenario, they win the East. Worst case, I would say third.
Yeah.
I can't see them.
Because
going anywhere further than
Toronto's
third.
not the same team it was last year, I don't think. I don't think Toronto's going to be that good. They gave up a lot this past offseason.
Toronto had a lot of players that had really good seasons last year.
Right.
and it's going to be a test to see if they can keep it up this season.
Right.
The Orioles are, they added a few pitchers. Other than that, I'm not too sure what their roster looks like. But I feel like they kind of hang around second, third every season. And Boston is going to be your main competition.
And we played
Hopefully.
them. We played them already.
Hopefully.
We faced David Price in spring training, who killed it. Literally, it was the kind of outing. It says here it was the kind of outing that would compel the Boston Red Sox to easily slide him into the opening day starting position. He
David
did
Price
a really
is
good job.
Great pitcher.
Yeah, I mean, $217 million worth. Maybe not. It's a little pricey.
I think
No,
you're
no
gonna,
pun intended.
I think you're gonna see something from him this year, especially since
He
he's
caught
the man.
A-Rod. He caught A-Rod looking third strike.
He's the man in Boston right now.
He had 6 strikeouts against the Yankees, as they beat them 6-3. So, Price is gonna be the man. It's up to them it's up to Boston though to work with him. Who are they gonna put after him in the rotation?
Mm-hmm.
And how good is that lineup gonna be? What about Pablo Sandoval? People are gonna be watching him this year.
That's true.
I don't think he's gonna be
people
playing
have
that
already
well.
been watching him and already been criticizing him on his weight.
His weight, that's a big problem for the Red Sox. I don't think they're gonna be able to contend if they don't get all these pieces together to
They're
work.
definitely a power hitting
together.
club.
The AL East is all over the place this year, and we've got some bad teams down in Baltimore and Tampa this year. Tampa's looking to get relocated, actually.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're looking to get out of Tropicana Field, trying to build a new stadium somewhere in Florida, in
Okay.
the near neighborhoods of Tampa. Maybe not in downtown Tampa. They're trying to move that team somewhere. It's interesting to see what's going on there. A lot of distraction going on with that organization, not keeping the eyes and focus on the clubhouse.
Yep.
They're in trouble
They're
for this
definitely in
upcoming
trouble.
season.
I think they started to realize that they were in trouble when they lost their manager, Joe Madden.
Oh yeah, Hanley Ramirez, I forget, is out there in Boston. Boston's gonna be good, but they
Boston
gotta
has
get these guys working together.
A lot of power.
Hmm.
And I think what you're going to see from Boston is they're going to have some really great games. They're going to put up 14, 15 runs in some games and let only 3 or 4 runs in. And then other games, they're not going to have any runs.
Yeah.
And they're going to let in 8, 9 runs.
Yeah.
And they're going to get creamed. And then other games, they're going to kill their opponents. It's going to be an all-over season for them, I think.
I would like to see, though,
A hot season. It's going to be a hot and cold season for them.
for both teams, because when the Yankees are good and the Red Sox are good, you know what that means.
Yep.
It's great for the business. It's great for the rivalry.
Great for baseball.
It's gonna fill up the stadium with the real fans. Hopefully,
Doesn't matter.
Fenway is packed year long.
Doesn't matter who you are.
Yankee games haven't been selling out as much as we've known them to do. So a good Boston team and a good Yankee team is great for this rivalry. They're gonna fill up Yankee Stadium with real fans, not the corporate guys who are coming to talk golf, coming to talk about that. Talk a little business while seventh inning stretch the whole game. Nope. We're going to get the real fans. We're going to get the creatures all over Yankee Stadium
The
for Yankees Red
creatures.
Sox.
I've been
Bleacher creatures. You don't want to sit with those guys,
I have
man.
definitely been a bleacher creature a couple times.
Oh yeah. We've all been there. Shout out to the right field guys. You know, those guys know
Those
how to
guys
party.
know what's up.
They know what's up. They know how to be real fans.
Last time I went to a Yankee game, Jose Bautista, he didn't get along very well with those fans.
Oh,
let's
yeah.
just say.
Oh yeah, they'll rip you apart. They don't care. I went to a Yankee Red Sox game last year. It didn't really have a great vibe to it, albeit it was early on in the season. It was about April when I went. And A-Rod played first base that game. I hope I never have to see that again this season.
I went to a Yankees Toronto game and they got killed. But it was honestly, as a Mets fan, I love going to other stadiums
Right.
and seeing the atmosphere. And the atmosphere in the outfield of Yankee Stadium is
It's
awesome. It's
Yeah.
a lot of fun, and it's something to
Yeah.
cherish. If you guys can get that all around the stadium, that'd be something special.
Yeah, if you're going to go to a Yankee game, my favorite place to sit is in the outfield, whether you're in the upper decks or down in the bleachers. Outfield's where to be. You don't want to sit behind home plate. Don't really get a good vibe around there. First baseline, third baseline, those guys, they're not there to watch the game. Sad. Mm-hmm. You tune in.
I think
tune into the games, watch them on. Yes, you're not seeing real fans there. You know.
Yeah, that's true. It's disappointing whenever you turn on a baseball game and you see the seats behind home plate are just completely empty, and it's
Right.
like it's a
like
great
the fourth,
game. It's
fourth, fifth inning. Where is everyone?
Yankees versus
you know?
Toronto last year, and they've got it's a 4-5 game, and it's going down to the stretch, and A-Rod's at bat, and there's 2 people behind home plate.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. But with the good team this year, hopefully a run to get the AL East so we can keep ourselves out of that wild card game this year. So I don't want to end up in that spot.
I don't think any Yankees
against the
fan
hot
wants to
team
end up in that spot
Yeah,
again.
because in any scenario, if the Yankees go into the wild card game again, it's going to be rough.
That is an extremely stressful game to watch.
It's really
Always.
tough, and nobody wants to be there. Hopefully, the Yankees can keep themselves out of there. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back from the break, we're going to talk about Alex Rodriguez and David Ortiz. Apparently, they've spoke yesterday for the first time in 2 years.
Whoa.
What's that about? You'd think these guys would like each other, you know?
I don't know about
But
that.
with the history rivalry, and these guys have known each other for a long time, why 2 years without talking to each other? We'll find out after the break. This is Piero's Power Play. This is WICR. Thank you guys for tuning in.